Good Wednesday evening, everybody. Welcome to the Digital Sim Sports Network, the Dirt Racing Network, and live coverage of the MidWest Truck Series tonight under the lights, Las Vegas Motor Speedway, way out in the desert. 20 truck drivers in the house ready to do battle for 60 laps tonight. Been a few days since we've been on the air. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Hope I remember how to do this. And yes, Bill, I feel better, but I'm still just a little stuffy. I think that's going to be the next probably 3 months. I don't know. Just got a little cold snap, and now all of a sudden my sinuses are consistently full of garbage, and, it just is what it is. I ain't going to worry about it a whole lot. We had the points up, and for whatever reason that page crashed, but I do know that Shelly Kitzman is the points leader in the series right now. We're watching a few of these guys get around. 22 of Shane Haar. We were watching Adam Vinny. We watched a little Corey Blevins there. We watched some Brock Bigelow already. Looks like these guys getting around here pretty good. They'll have qualifying here in a few minutes. Here in about 4 minutes, we will go down and get our national anthem. And I am going to be supremely surprised at the flyover. I've never done a night flyover before. I hope it is amazing. But we will have our flyover here in just a few minutes. Some programming reminders. We have 2 shows tomorrow night with the Red Driver Mighty Midgets, and then we start a full week. Everybody's back in action. Mars on Sunday. Ace is up again on Sunday as they'll head back to... no, they won't go to Lincoln. I forget. They go to a new track. I forgot to write it down, but they'll go to a new track this week for the Pro Challenge Series. Then Monday night Thunder back in action with the Dirt Slingers. They'll bring back their big blocks and their 360 sprint cars. Tuesday, I think, is the only day that we aren't back 100% because I think ERA is off. But that doesn't mean we won't find something that we can go and cover just for fun. And then we're back here again Wednesday and Thursday. And then Friday next week. Not this week, but on the 13th. American Dirt Series back on Dirt Racing Network and their 360 Wing Sprint Car Series on Friday nights. So should be pretty good. Should be a lot of fun. Well, now be getting into 9 shows over 6 days, so plenty for you guys. I told you when it got cold out that everything would start to pick up, and it surely will, as we are going to get busy around here. So busy that I am looking for help, actually. I'd love to have another broadcaster that you come in and learn how to manage all this stuff, be his own engineer, and take some of the weight off. The old man's getting tired. Going to be a lot of fun, though. Hey, Jane. See you in there as well. Don't be afraid to shout out in the chat. Don't care where you're at. If you're on YouTube, Twitch, and Trovo, subscribe. And if you're on Facebook, like, share, follow. Say hi. Shout your favorite driver out. Or let us know you're watching. Just about a minute and a half here. We're going to go to our invocation flyover, national anthem, all those wonderful things. And then the drivers will be getting ready for their qualifying so we can find out who's going to line up where tonight. 21 is we got a new driver in Austin Householder. Just made it into the server. Dana Burdick in the 13 car. Oh, Dana. Well, he's going to have to go get him a new one now. That one a little dinged and dented up. We'll find that in the yard sale here in a little while. Hope everybody had a fantastic Thanksgiving. And now we turn and focus on Christmas. Admittedly, not my favorite holiday of the year. little too commercialized. All right, let's get ready to go trackside for our invocation, our national anthem, and our flyover. When we return, racing action. Qualifying will be on the track.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All righty. Hoorah flyovers. Did that right at dusk before we actually kind of got going all the way here. Just a couple of seconds, they'll get ready for qualifying. We will watch as many as we can in this qualifying session. Ready for 21 drivers to put down time and see who can grab the pole. I think that came out different than I meant it to. My apologies. All right, plenty of drivers getting out here. At the end of pit road, Michael Everett already on the track rolling around. So is Jacob Lamb. Escobar. Ranger just rolling out. So is Mendred. Nick Lamb. So a lot of them are out here. There's Stephen Pearson making it into turn 3. I think Michael Everett is going to be the first driver to get to the stripe. He's really close. He and Jacob Lamb. So we'll watch the first lap here. Then we'll move around. We're going to go watch Kitzman. We're going to try to watch Macy. Burdick. Some of these guys that usually pretty good in qualifying. Kitzman, the first to get across the line. He didn't get it by much, 31.22, but he gets bumped immediately by Jacob Lamb, 30.80. Escobar, Adam Vinny. The Victory Vinnies cheering their driver, 30.54 quick time currently. Mandarin up to second quick, and man, I'll tell you what, he and Vinny about in the same spot on the track, so come around. There goes Kitzman back to the top. Goes 30.45. Ken The 11 truck of Vinny pick up the pace. He does not. He slows down a little bit. Stephen Pearson did move up. Now Todd Beer up to second quick. Where's Jesse Macy? There he comes across the line. Macy moves to sixth quick. Escobar finished his laps up. Corey Blevins, we talked about him earlier. He's about to finish his second lap. It's still Kitzman, Bear, and Vinny, 1, 2, 3. Blevins across the line. Moves to third quick. Bumps Adam Vinny down a spot. Sean Patchen on his second lap. There goes Austin Householder up to 12th. Dana Burdick moved from 12th to 5th. Or I'm sorry, 12th to 8th. It's 12th to 8th. And Patchen coming out of turn number 4. Haar, Henning, and Moore have not taken qualifying times. Patchen's second lap, good enough for 10th quick. So if Moore, Haar, and Henning do not roll out, our qualifying session will have come to an end. It's Kitzman, Bear, Blevins, Vinny, Hottesbeck, the top 5 right now, separated by just about a 10th of a second. Stephen Pearson, Nick Lamb are right there, really, really close. They are under a 10th and a half. So top 7. We might see what we saw at Kansas in this race. Guys will try to run to around halfway, maybe 5 to 8 laps further. Then they're going to want to pit. If it's under green, if it's anything like Kansas, the shuffle was unbelievable. It really, really can change the race if you have to pit under green. One mistake, driver getting on pit road, getting off pit road. Something during the service. Green flag pit stops make or break your race. As a fan, I love to see it. As a driver, I always dreaded it because any and everything can and usually does go wrong. Gonna be a good one no matter what. These guys do put on a good show. And last time they got started and they ran almost halfway. They ran through green flag pit stops. We ran a long ways. We had a caution on like lap 1 at Kansas. And then they ran into the 40s before we got kind of a rash of cautions. All righty, it is time to get down here and look at our starting lineup. It's going to be like this. The 37 of Shelly Kitzman on the pole, Todd Bear in the 40 on his outside. Your second row will be Corey Blevins at 24 inside in the 11. The Lumber Dude Limousine, Adam Vinny on the outside. Riley Haddisbeck in the 63, row 3 inside. He's next to the 83 of Stephen Pearson. And then the 67 of Nick Lamb starts next to the 13 of Dana Burdick in row 4. Our fifth row will have the 52, Jesse Macy inside, and Sean Patchen in the 4 car on the outside. James Manerid, 42. Sixth row inside with Brock Bigelow in the 27 on his outside. Then Austin Householder in the 75 and Paul Escobar in the 91 make up row number 7 inside and out. Russell Harrell, 79, next to Mike Everett in the 8. That is your 8th row. The inside of row number 9 is the 20 of Jacob Lamb, and he'll have Frank Ranger in the 17 on his outside. And your 10th row is Shane Hart, 22 inside, Steve Henning, 12 outside, and the lone starter in row number 11 will be the 45 of Corey Moore. "60 times around." Everybody ready to get after it. All 21 drivers set to go green this time out of turn number 4. Ranger Creative. Edwards Racing Setups. Presenting the Midwest Truck Series here. They had a day race scheduled. They switched it to a night race. I think they are going to be of major benefit for that because you get a lot more grip in the track at night. Going to be a really, really, really fun race. Sit back and enjoy. Don't be afraid to chat it up with me there in the chat. I am paying attention. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Mindy. Pace car's about to get out of the way. We'll hit the start zone.
Green flag.
And the green flag will fly. We're underway. Everybody trying to get up through the gears. Kitzman will move to the outside and then duck to the very bottom. On the get up to speed lap, he'll have the lead. Blevins is working to the inside, trying to take the spot away from Bear, and he'll have it down the backstretch. So he'll move way wide. Duck down to the line inside of turns 3 and 4, and he'll follow Kitzman to the line. Saw a truck get out of shape back there. I want to say it was Pearson. The back end stepped out a little bit. He has lost a lot of momentum. Cars going by on the inside. Just, it's like a freight train. He's going to the back quickly. Bigelow's trapped on the high side. He's got the 42 of Manerud right beside. And now Manerud falls in line behind Bigelow. That's back at 8th and 9th. Meanwhile, up front, top 2. Well, we saw this exact duo at Kansas a few weeks ago, and they did the exact same thing. They got nose to tail. They drove away from the field a little ways. Then they battled it out until we went to pit stops, and everything changed at that point. Let's go back to 4th place. Adam Vinny, he was a little wide in 1 and 2, and I thought for a moment that Hattisbeck was going to try to take a peek down, get the left side tires right up against that white line. And he did not take the opportunity. Hello, Haley. Captain Poofy in the 52 car. Where's he at? He is right in the 8th spot right there. Just trying to keep it right there, not let anybody on the outside get around him. I think he's pinching the exit of his corners off a little bit, and it's probably going to cost him some momentum. The draft a real thing here in these trucks. This place is big enough, the way these trucks are and the horsepower that they have. They punch a big enough hole in the air, you can draft it. I think that's what we saw on the high side was a little bit of drafting. That time, Macy, a little dipsy-do. I don't know if he was looking to see what that was on the outside and maybe he could get in line or not. But he stays there in about 9th place right now. And at the top, Corey Blevins got around Kitzman. And that brought everybody back to him because now Adam Vinny's moved to the inside of Bear. He is looking to try to take 3rd, maybe more if he can get close enough to the back of the 37 to Kitzman. Nick Lamb tucked to the inside as well. Takes a lot of laps for the middle and the upper side of this track to come in, and I don't think the race is long enough for that to happen. Unless a whole bunch of trucks start running like those guys are, 2 and 3 wide right there. They are getting spread out. See them down on the apron on the front stretch. If you can make this track 10 feet shorter, you can make up time on the guy in front of you pretty easy. Everyone is going to look for that. Starting to get single file now. Pretty much everybody in the top 17 or 18 there is 16th place Pearson. Har, Moore, Henning, Jacob Lamb, and Russell Harold are way back off of this group. But they're starting to get it worked out, single file. Everybody kind of get into ride mode. We need to make about 30 more laps before we can make a pit stop. Might get a move out of the 11 on the 37. Instead, he goes a little wide in turns 3 and 4. Instead of having to roll off the throttle, you just run a little bit wider corner. You can keep your foot down on it a little bit longer, and you can give some space right there without getting too tight. Move behind as Nick Lamb now pulls to the inside of Todd Bear in the 40. That'll be a move for 4th place. We'll see. He's going to want to tiptoe it just a little bit. That track's so slick on the exit of 4 on the bottom. And I think he had to pedal the truck a little. He's going to give up 1, now 2, possibly even a 3rd spot if Hattisbeck can get by. And all that because the truck slipped just the tiniest little bit down in turn number 4. Right at the exit, right before pit road opens up, that track just gets real flat and real slick. It's even worse in the daylight when the track is really hot. Right there, that track just starts to get a little bit slick. You either have to chase the truck up the hill or you just got to follow it. And I think he had to follow it this time through. He might be getting his tires hot already. We're 11 laps in. And he may be chasing the front end of that truck. So everything kind of copacetic right here. Let's go back. Macy still 9th. Escobar is 10th in the 91. Householder there in 11th. And Sean Patch in the 4 truck. He is in that 12th spot. Everett in 13th. Pearson hanging tough in 14th. Ranger 15th. Har 16th. Moore, Lamb, Henning, Harold. Oh, Dana Burdick on pit road for something already. And now coming back out. He's going to be a lap down. He must have had trouble and really needed to do something with the truck. Get it back up underneath him. But the top 3 now starting to spread out. They are no longer nose to tail. There's 3-4 truck lengths between them. That's all the way back to 5th place, Nick Lamb. You got to go to 6th and 7th before you get 2 trucks that are either side by side or nose to tail. And the 42 of Mannerett is right in that group too. Now they single it back out. They'll go 3 trucks nose to tail. All right, through. Let's go for a ride. First truck to really venture too far above the middle groove right there. Nick Lamb right on board with him. He tries to chase down Todd Bear in the 40. Now 3 and 4, he'll go right back to the bottom. That truck's starting to get tight right there, and he really has to be careful, or it'll push so hard it'll find that outside fence with the right front corner. Now up the hill goes Bear. That's going to open the door, and here he comes. Lamb will get alongside. There'll be some momentum down the backstretch, and Bear should start to ease ahead right there. Now it's all going to be contingent on what happens right here, middle to the exit of turn number 4. Bear able to hold it on the high side and not get to the wall, and Lamb had to lift because that truck got very tight on exit, and he lost 10 truck lengths just in the span of the front stretch. Battle for the lead may be starting to shape back up. Kitzman now starting to reel Blevins back in. We are roughly halfway through this first run. Now Blevins will pull to the inside down the front stretch. He'll have the inside position in 1 and 2, and he should be able to scoot right on by. Blevins wants to keep him pinned in. I think he wants to keep him pinned down here and stay beside him down into 3 and 4. That'll help Blevins, because if the 37 gets just the tiniest bit tight right here, he'll have to give up space, and he did not. Man, he has saved tires very well. He is able to stay right there. I think eventually on the inside that line will prevail. They're racing each other, and Adam Vinny is not closing in. He is staying back there about almost a second off of these guys. And that's where the 37 got tight, right there at the center of turn 2. And he had to roll up a little bit off the gas pedal. And he gives that spot at the front back to Corey Blevins. Bear and Lamb have settled their differences, and Nick Lamb is going to get some company pretty quickly here in the form of the 63 truck of Hattisbeck. We're going to be a third of the way through this thing already. Bigelow by himself back here in the 7th spot, and he's got a pretty healthy gap over the 42 of Mannerud. Escobar, 3-4 truck lengths back in the 91, and your 10th place driver. There's Captain Poofy in the 52. That is Jesse Macy. Kitzman back on the attack. In high, he's going to cross over. He's going to come out low, just not enough momentum. Blevins is able to run that middle, and he keeps that thing wound up. It might be the best thing for the 24 truck is that one lane up off the bottom. Less stress on the right front tires. They're going to dip and dive right here. And I don't know if Blevins is watching his mirror at all, but I think if he, right before the entry to the corner, would just move up and take the air off the nose of the 37, right before entry, he could probably force Kitzman to take a line that he really isn't interested in, or he could get him a little tight on entry and make him have to back off, because right now it's nothing but pressure, pressure, pressure. Adam Vinny has moved up at both ends of the racetrack, and I don't know if that's just to test things out or if he is feeling like the top is the best place to be right now. He's not closing in, but he's not losing ground either. 4th, 5th, and 6th have come back together, Lamb, Bear, and Hattisbeck, and I think that might be a little bit of a draft product because Lamb used it to get back by Bear when he got pushed up from behind by Hattisbeck, and now Hattisbeck tucked right in behind the 40, trying to push him back up there so he can keep the momentum. He may try to go 2 for 1. This time Kitzman on the high side might have the lead. Got a good run out of 2, and he inched ahead momentarily. I think he wants the lead here when we get to pit stops. I don't know if I want to be that guy. I don't want to be the one out front and everybody duck in behind me. I think I'd want to be 2nd or 3rd in this thing, but try to make it up on the final run. Maybe be one of the first guys to pit. But Kitzman with the lead back. "24 laps in the books." Vinny's still 3rd. Didn't lose a bunch of ground, didn't make any up either, but he's able to hold, and he's got a pretty good gap, about almost 1.1 seconds over 4th place Nick Lamb. Hattisbeck got by Bear, so dropped the 40 truck back to 6th, and then it is a madhouse behind that, and it's a ways behind. It's about 2 seconds behind, but Bigelow is leading a 5 or 6 truck pack here. Mannerud, Escobar, Patchen, Macy, all in. Adam Vinny first to hit pit road, 26 laps in, a little shy of halfway, and he may be trying to do this hoping some of those guys stay on older tires and he can make a lot of ground up and maybe swap the script a little bit and have a big enough lead the last few laps that they got to chase him. So he'll get tires. Kitzman and company at the front stretch, so they will put the 11 truck a lap down. Lamb, here we go. Adam Vinny is out. He's on the apron. So pretty much the whole field will get past him. Put him a lap down. Now we're waiting. How many laps will the leaders run? I got to say you're going to run somewhere to around lap 35 if you stretch it. That gap is wide now. It's almost a full second from first to second. Then it's a second and a half from second to third and just a few truck lengths to fourth. And now it's starting to open up back to fifth. But that 5 trucks, Bigelow, Escobar, Patchen, Haar, and Manerud staying together. They can pit together and come out together. They may be able to draft back to these leaders on fresher tires. Kitzman now really starting to cut the horses loose here. He is just driving away from these guys. He is catching the back of the field. I think that might be Everett. And it is. It is Michael Everett that is back here. Close enough that the leader can see him. Vinny, Pearson, Burdick, Macy, and Everett have all pitted. No one else on the track has. Now drivers ducking off. Hattisbeck, Bear, Escobar, Patchen. They all went in together. Bear will be one of the last to reach his pit stall, but he'll be one of the first to get out of the pit road when they drop him off the jack. You can see right behind that Hattisbeck already dropping down off the jack. He's rolling away. There comes the 40. Patchen a little slow getting out, and so is Escobar as Jacob Lamb now on pit road. He and Corey Moore both in. And Kitzman's just cruising now. We're past halfway. And Kitzman going to try to get to pit road. Does he get it slowed down? Boy, that was close. That was very close. And Blevins came with him. So leader on pit road, Nick Lamb staying out. Shane Haar, Manerud, Householder, and Henning, along with Ranger, all still on the track. They're in and out together. I think Mr. Kitzman may have overshot his speed. He may have had to back up a little. He may be the last one to get off pit road here of these guys. It was close, but he's going to swap positions with Blevins. See how many more laps Nick Lamb wants to run out here, because he is still going. I think if you can make the 35, it helps you with tires the last 25 laps. Right behind your leader there is Adam Vinny. He currently sits 8th. And he is the first truck a lap down as he moves up to 7th now. His lap time's a second and a half faster than the truck in front of him. You can see he is just closing right in. If a Lamb doesn't duck off here, Vinny will have unlapped himself this lap before your leader can get to pit road. 6 trucks have not pitted as of this moment. And I think that Adam Vinny is going to unlap himself by the time we get down here to turns 3 and 4. That right there could be the signal that Nick Lamb is about to go to the pits, because he stayed down to the inside. He lets Vinny go by. We'll watch and see. Yeah, there he is slowing down, and the 67 truck will make his way onto pit road. So let's see who is going to come out with the lead, because nobody is in front of Adam Vinny from the group before. In fact, Corey Blevins is the next truck. There he is coming out of turn 2, and it's a full straightaway. Lamb up on the jack. Householder has the lead now. And he's down here in turns 3 and 4. He might be thinking a couple of more laps. But he's got Steve Henning tucked in right behind him. And I'm sure that Mr. Henning would like to lead a lap. There comes Lamb out of the pits. So he even looks like he's going to go a lap down to these guys. Adam Vinny should be our new leader. And he should have about a 4-second lead when these guys drop off the pit. And there goes the 75 of Householder, the 12, Steve Henning, continuing on. Russell Harold, now the only other truck to not have pitted in the 79. Vinny is here, coming out of turn 2. Sorry, coming out of turn 4. My mistake. And Henning is going in to 3, so he's quite a ways ahead, about 20 seconds. And now Henning will make his way in. Russell Harold is going to try to lead a lap here, and I think he'll get that done easily, and then we'll probably see the 79 truck head for pit road. That will make it interesting because Vinny now doesn't have a 4-second lead. Now he has a 1-second lead with 21 laps to go. There's Corey Blevins. Blevins went in a couple of laps later. He's reeling in Adam Vinny last lap. Well, last lap they were about a 10th. 30-80 and 30-90. And now Blevins is right there. And I can't believe that 1 or 2 laps made that big a difference. Maybe Adam Vinny trying to save a little something. I personally want clean air. I don't want to be following a guy with dirty air and not being able to keep the front of my truck planted. But Adam's pretty accomplished. I think he knows what he's doing. So falling in line here. Here comes Kitzman up behind, and we've shuffled all the way through a full pit cycle. And now Blevins leads. Vinny, Kitzman, Hattisbeck. Pearson is back up to 5th. Bear, Bigelow, Lamb, Patchen, and Haar are the top 10 currently. And now Kitzman will pull to the inside, and he is going to take 2nd place away from Adam Vinny. He's got 3/4 of a second to make up to get back to Blevins, as we'll break underneath the 20 to go barrier. Nobody close in front, about a straightaway between the leader and the next lap trucks. You can see they're right there exiting turns 3 and 4 as these guys are going in. So a lot of clear track. It's going to be Householder and Henning, I think, are the 2 that are in front. And they are as they go into 1 and 2. And here comes Blevins and company. Now it's down to half a second. It was 3/4 of a second when Kitzman cleared Vinny. And now it's down to about 6/10. Vinny is still in 3rd, and he's got about 4.2 seconds over 4th place. Riley Hattisbeck. Then Steven Pearson, and Pearson's got company. Here comes Bear. And Bear will go by. That's 5th and 6th. And then Brock Bigelow in 7th. And it is a big gap. 25 truck lengths back to Nick Lamb, who was almost one of the last probably 4 trucks to pit, I think. Haar 9th and Patchen is 10th. Austin Householder pitted second to the latest. 38 laps is what Henning ran. 37 for Householder, 36 for Burdick. Everybody else was 35 or less. So they're trying to make it all up on short run, and I don't know. I think you gave up too much for too long, staying out for 5, 6, 7 extra laps. We're already down to 15 to go. Haven't seen a yellow flag at all. Field is getting very stretched out. Your top two separated by half a second, and then it's a pretty fair gap back to the third place truck of Adam Vinny. The lap truck in between them, and now is that Burdick that's in between? It is. It is Dana Burdick in the 13. It's in between your two leaders and your third place truck. 18 drivers still in the lead lap out of 21. That's pretty good. Burdick now has pulled back up. He may have pitted. Yes, he pitted again. He's got a little fresher tire than these guys. He came out between them and now makes a pass. And then couldn't get the truck to stick right there. So he's going to give spot back, but he's slowing Kitzman down a little bit. Oh, got down on the apron. He's lucky that truck didn't snap around right there. Burdick just kind of being a little bothersome for the 37, if nothing else. And he's opened that gap back up to a half second, has Blevins, with the 13 pestering the 37 for the position. And he's trying to get back to one lap down, I think. Vinny's still back here in third. He doesn't have company. It's about 1.4 seconds to Hattisbeck, and I think we might run out of laps because the lap times are very equal right now between 4th, 5th, and 6th. .2 seconds at the line. Lamb 5th. Haar is now 6th. Bear 7th. Bigelow, Pearson, and Patchen. And Manara just outside the top 10 in 11th. Moore, Macy 13th. Everett, Householder, Ranger, Henning, Lamb, Harold, and Escobar. And that's everybody through 20th, and a couple of those are a lap down. Gap's closing back up. 10 to go. Down to almost a quarter of a second. Kitzman just stalking. Sitting, riding. A few feet here, a few feet there. Pretty soon you're in the draft. Then it's a matter of making sure you get enough clean air, especially over the left front corner of that truck, so that you can turn it wherever you need to cut and get underneath. And I wonder if Blevins learned something in that first run. He just will not give up the high side, or you'll make him go all the way up to the top to go around, because he is not going to the bottom. And then he makes a liar out of me right there in 3 and 4. 8 to go, and Kitzman, I think he is just stalking, waiting, looking. If there's an opening, he's going to try to jump in it. Now goes to the inside. Getting out of the corner is a lot more difficult than getting in. He is there, and he has got the side draft now, so now it's about being tight down here in the bottom of turns 3 and 4. 37 truck, just not quite enough momentum right there, and Blevins will keep it out in front with 7 to go. Oh, Dana Burdick is taking the 13 truck behind the wall. He will be finished. Or at least they're going to have a look at something. Handful of laps to go. be sixth this time. Kitzman. You're the only one. You're not the only one in chat. Plenty of people in chat, but I don't know where Magoffin County, Kentucky is, but I have to say I am not. I hope someone can help you. Wave lap coming up this time. 5 to go. And now Kitzman is back close enough to try to attack one more time. We'll see what Blevins does. He is going to keep it middle. Now drives it to the bottom of 1 and 2. A little peekaboo going on. And now Kitzman will go way wide in 3 and 4. Is that the momentum run? And can he run him down and pull inside before they get to 1 and 2? And he is closing the gap. Caution for the first time. Hattisbeck is going to change everything for us. He's in a group. He's got Adam Vinny and Nick Lamb. And oh, no. Oh, my. Oh, my. Oh. Definitely had help. So with just a couple of laps remaining, and I think we're going to get a shootout, but it ain't going to matter. Nobody's going to get an advantage. They're all going to come in and get tires. Oh. Well, I can understand there might be some concern there. See who gets off of pit road. Who does 2 tires? Who's going to do 4 tires? Oh, we got a couple of 2-tire takers. I guarantee you right there. 27 truck. That's a 2-tire stop. He is going to try to steal a win by having the shortest time on pit road, because your top 3 came out 2nd, 3rd, and 4th in line. And then Shane Haar, who was 6th, came back out 6th. So, a little sneaky sneak. Jesse Macy. Is Jesse Macy going to try to win this by not pitting? Praying for a good restart, get around to the white flag, and maybe catch a caution? Because he last pitted a long time ago. Lap 26. That was 30 laps ago. That was a long time on tires. Especially when Bigelow, and Bigelow had to take 2. Yeah, he had to take 2 tires to go that far forward. So we will see how they line up. We'll get ready for a green-white checker finish. And Dana Burdick is back on track. He is 8 laps down, but he is back on track. All 21 trucks are up on the racing surface. 18 of them will stay on the lead lap. I'll tell you what, that is a call of calls right there. Macy stays out. Bigelow goes and takes 2. Blevins, Kitzman, Vinny all take 4. It looks like maybe Har took 4 and he just got in and out quick. Lamb lost a spot or two. That's a pretty good shakeup here at the end. And pit strategy. Well, we're about to find out. Flashing lights go off on the pace car. Well, subscribe, Danny, because we do a lot of dirt on the network. That is really how we opened this network, was with dirt. Now, I have roots in dirt, and I started broadcasting back in pavement before we had dirt on iRacing. So, but my my true racing heart is probably in the dirt. So, all right, it is time to go green again. All kind of strategy in them front 2 rows right there. No tires, 2 tires, 4 tires. Who's going to gamble? Who's going to spin tires? What's going to happen next? Pace truck or pace car is out of the way. We're in the start zone. And the green flag is back out a little. Push from behind. 37 into the 27. 24 into the 52. And Macy is going to be able to hang pretty tough right there. But I think Bigelow is going to have the advantage. 3 wide now. Down into 1 and 2. Blevins shoved his way down on the white line. Macy trying to hold him down there. Get up to speed. That's going to let Bigelow surge to the front now. Bigelow up top. That's not going to work. You can't leave the door open because Kitzman isn't going to sit behind you long enough to let that happen. He is going to go for it. And Shelly Kitzman going to go to caution. That's going to shift things a little. I don't think we made it to the white flag. I'm not sure who did what. Oh, my goodness. Stephen Pearson is in this one. Let's just rewind it. I can't find where we got a red anywhere on here. So let's just go and see. Oh, biggity boy. Look at that. Oh, 45 got loose. Pearson tried to miss him, gets into the fence, and then mayhem. 45 truck of Corey Moore got loose, and then, oh, my goodness, look at that. That was Russell Harold that went airborne. He did a new version of the flyover. All my heroes are kind of gone. I don't really have a particular favorite anymore. A lot of guys that I pull for. And a lot of the guys out there on tour that I'm friends with. So we're going to re-rack it. And the gamble for Captain Poofy did not work out. He's going to be 6th right here. But Kitzman, Bigelow, Har, Blevins, Vinny all got by him before the caution came out. Well, you're that close to all that. Why are you not in St. Louis this weekend at the Dome, Danny? That's a really good show. I'm sad that they took the midgets out of that show because I actually thought the midgets were the show. But it is kind of fun to go and watch those big old late models and the modifieds on that little itty-bitty track that they put inside of the Dome. If you can stand the dirt, it's a whole lot of fun. Take a face mask. Today's Wednesday. I mean, they're starting prelims probably tomorrow, I think. And they'll go Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So let's wait and see. Are we going to get the one to go here? Or are we coming to the 2. It looks like we're 2 to go this time. Lap cars extend the cautions a little bit for us, so it happens. Well, we almost made it. We almost made it from green flag to checkered flag. We're about 5 laps short with the first caution. And I don't know, maybe that was a 2-tire thing. I feel like Moore got the left side tires down below the white line, and it just de-wedged the truck a little bit, and he just got way, way, way out of shape. And that's a chain reaction waiting to happen. I understand. I went 2 years in a row, not the first year, but the next 2 years. And we had a great time. Friends in St. Louis, and we know a lot of the guys. And so we go up and hang out and visit, and it was a really good time. I enjoyed the midgets because they were a lot of fun on that little track. That was about the perfect size for that. So I really enjoyed that. And we have not been the last couple of years, and I'm just too busy now with all of this to shut it down for a full week and take off to go watch racing. Last time we went, there was a snowstorm, which was no fun driving home. All right, we are getting into turn 1 here. We are on the 1 to go, and they're going to double them up. Kitzman and Bigelow will have the front row. Haar and Blevins in row 2, Vinny and Macy. Remember, Macy on no tires. His tires are a good, 33 laps-ish old now. 34, and about 6 of those laps have been under caution, but it still wears the tires, and when they're that old, it's not good wear. Yeah, yes, you do. We went to Knoxville year before, and we spent a full week in the camper park, and that was that was an adventure. We really enjoyed that. All right, time to go green once again. Pace car trying to get out of the way. There he goes. Now we're going to get into the start box right here. Let's see who comes away with the lead when we get to turns 1 and 2.
Green flag.
Kitzman, another fantastic start. Haar timed it up perfectly with him, and he's going to jump to second. Blevins will drop from the outside row to the inside, and he is going to work his way around Bigelow, I feel. Right out of 2. He's got a lot of work. He's got to pass the 22, and that gap is huge out there to the 37. Haar closed it in just a little bit right there. This may be a pretty exciting finish. We're coming around. If we can get the white, doesn't matter what happens after that. The next flag finishes it.
All right, man. Caution is
Oh, we didn't get there. We did not get there again. We did not make it. All of this has to be back here in 3 and 4. I think Hattisbeck might have been in this one. Let's just go see. Nope, it's in front of him. Oh, there's contact. Oh, there it is right there. Woo! Burdick just lost the truck. Why do I feel like maybe Michael Everett has run out of fuel? That would be unfortunate. So we're going to re-rack them, and we are going to try this one more time. I must be missing something. Oh my goodness. What in the world? Was I the only one that saw that? What happened here? I do not know what that was about, but Jesse Macy had a big problem. Oh, or checkered flag. Oh, they only did one green, white check. Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay. I did not see that happening. Yeah. So I guess we did get to. I thought we'd have another green, white checker, but I guess not. So now let's get our top three. Pa-pa-da. We got to find him. There's Kitzman. We'll take him to the interview waiting room. And then Shane Haar. And we are there's Corey Blevins right there. All right, let's grab Corey real quick while he's running around. He hadn't parked the truck yet, but we're going to jump in on the radio and holler at him. Corey Blevins, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. I got you.
All right, man, I'm going to ask you a couple of crazy questions here. One, you guys went in 1-2. You came out 2-1. You ran everybody down. What happened on that last pit stop?
The last pit stop, I'm trying to think.
With about 2 or 3 to go when you got
took 4.
that caution.
Oh, well, one person stayed out and another person took 2 tires.
That's what we thought. It didn't work out
Yes.
too good, but it seems like you got the short end of the stick from everybody else's
I
pit
did.
strategy.
Yeah, most definitely. For sure. I was really curious if I could hold off Shelly there on that last run there. It was going to be pretty close, I think.
That was going to be one of the next questions because you guys got up to Vinny. You got around him pretty good. There's 3/4 of a second. All of a sudden, 37 truck is right up on you. And it looked like you were doing everything you needed to keep him behind you. 3 or 4 laps to go. I don't know what your plan was, but, did you think you could do it?
Well,
Did you think
I
you could
know
keep him back
the
there?
previous run how he passed me is he dive bombed it. So my my thought process going through it was make the track as wide as possible. Don't let him get around. So
That's what we thought.
3 or 4 more laps, maybe to try to see if I could hold him off, but it didn't happen, But another good finish, 3rd place.
Well, an awesome run, man. Give me a couple of shout-outs, some thank yous, and we'll let you go celebrate a great run.
You said shout-outs?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah, just Keys Architects as usual, and I appreciate you all broadcasting.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us, and congrats again on a great night.
Thank
Corey
you.
Blevins,
Appreciate it.
everybody, finishing in the 3rd. Now let's grab the driver of the 22 truck. He's already got the fans in the chat talking about what a great run it was. Shane Haar, 2nd place, and I think you did it all on strategy at the end, didn't you?
I didn't. I actually took 4 there, thinking I had enough speed to get her done, but unlucky them 2 cautions came out there at the end. I think we would have had a decent chance to battle with Shelly there. All in all, it was a fun race, though. Started 19th, so that was an awesome finish for us to get up there in the the top 2. Little momentum here, so we'll see what next week what next week brings, and hopefully we'll get a win here one of these nights.
Well, a couple of restarts at the end and just a little holdup from the guys that either took 2 tires or no tires. If you could have cleared them quicker, you think you could have went up there and maybe stole this one?
It's tough to say. I had a big run coming to the white where I was going to take him on the high side. Anything could have happened from there, so it would have been fun to try, but I guess we'll go next week and try her again.
All right, man. Well, still a great run, man. Shout-outs, thank you before we let you head out.
Just shout out to the league here for allowing me to race every night. It's a blast. I want to thank you for the broadcast as always, and congrats to Shelly on the win.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us. Congrats again, and we'll look forward to seeing what you can do next week.
Thank you, sir.
That is Shane Haar. He finishes in 2nd. And now this guy racking up the wins, extending the points lead some more, but Mr. Kitzman was not the easiest win.
No, yeah, for sure. Wish we could have ran it out there on the green flag run and would have had some really good racing. But is what it is. Win's a win. Wish we could have finished that last green white checkered too, but is what it is.
Well, the first run, before the first caution, there's 4 or 5 laps to go. You get to the 24 truck. He was making it pretty difficult and making that truck pretty wide. What were you going to have to do if we didn't get that caution to get around him?
Yeah, so the whole time he was giving me the bottom, and you just can't make it work here on old tires. So I think I would have gone with the same move I did the first go around before we pit, which is just driving it in super deep on the bottom and sliding up and giving him the bottom, and then rolling with the top through 3 and 4.
That's what you did to get by him on the first run.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what we thought we were going to see again. I wasn't positive, but it sure did look like it was shaping up to be a great race. Then you get the cautions. Now you got guys on all kinds of strategies. Were you a little nervous on that restart of somebody spinning tires and you getting in the back and maybe starting a melee?
Yeah, for sure. I just think being patient, knowing that the 4 tires were going to work off. We kind of got off to like a slow restart there with the leader being on old tires. It just kind of seemed like they didn't go. So just being able to be patient, knowing that it'll pay off.
Well, an awesome run. You pick up another win, man. Some shout outs, some thank yous. We'll let you get out of here tonight.
Yeah, shout out to you for broadcasting this every week. And then shout out to all the people who put this league on. It's not easy. And tonight we ran, how many did we run? 55 green laps. So that's a hell of a job by them.
Yep. Great race, man. All right, man. Congrats on the win. Thanks for chatting with us. We'll look forward to seeing you back here next Wednesday night.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Have a great week.
That is Shelly Kitzman, winner again. I had that up a little while ago. I forgot the number of wins. I want to say it's like number 4, maybe number 5 this season. Yeah, great job. He's a great driver, always at the front, and he knows how to finish them. So awesome to see him win again. All right, let's take a look at the final results. Kitzman, Haar, and Blevins, 1, 2, 3. Brock Bigelow on 2 tires finishes in 4th. Adam Vinny in 5th. Macy on no tires for the last 35, 38 laps. He finishes 6th. Bear in 7th. Henning 8th. Nick Lamb in 9th. Mannerud 10th. Pearson 11th. Jacob Lamb was 12th. Householder 13th. 14th was Everett. 15th Ranger. Harridan 16th. 17th went to Patchen. Escobar in 18th. Moore in 19th. Hattisbeg with a late crash on one of the restarts. He finishes 20th. And Dana Burdick with the latest crash that actually ended the race. He was already laps down from a bunch of trips to pit road. He finishes 21st. That will do the field. Another great night of racing. Do not forget to join us tomorrow night, 8:30-ish Eastern, for the Red Driver Mighty Midget Series double header for them. They are about 2 weeks, I think, from finishing up their season. I think they have this Thursday, and the championship night is next weekend, or next Thursday, and they will not only crown the 2024 D season champ, but they will put the official crown on their Iron Man, and that's a runaway in the points over there. Bo Brandon has that thing pretty much locked up, but the championship is still not decided, so make sure you join us for that. Want to thank you for being here, hanging with us, talking it up in the chat. It is always a pleasure to talk to you guys in chat, and it makes it a whole lot more fun for me when you're here, and we can do that. So thank you very much for that. With that, you guys, there's no reason for us to do this. And with that, all the great leagues giving us fantastic racing like we witnessed here tonight. There's nothing for us to cover. Everybody gets a big pat on the back. Till we see you the next time, always keep the rough side down. Peace and love to everybody.